So it turns out we're missing a very, very advanced piece of technology in order to make this thing work. You have to take a rock and you have to attach a stick to it. Uh. Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 21 of Beavelguy Plays TerraFirmaPunk. We're here on Grimcore's TFPunk'd server, and it's a beautiful, glorious morning. It's, I think, late autumn? Yeah, late autumn, so we're going to get to winter soon. Yeah, time is passing. I haven't been on much the last couple of days because I've been at work, so I've basically just been designing things in creative. I've got a couple of ideas what to do for today, but I've also been doing a whole ton of crafting. Now, I'm going to show, not this one, this one. We're just about ready, I think, to make our Thermionic Fabricator. So, this thing, just to give you a bit of context, right? This thing takes seed oil. That's going to be an issue, right? It takes more of the slime-based rubber. In fact, we're doing this recipe here. Took some iron tank walls. They weren't too bad. These golden gears, they were a bit of a pain to make because I was running out of iron, so I couldn't make this version. Even it's more expensive, but it's easier to make. So I had to make, oh, if I can click it. There we go. This version. This version, golden rack wheels. Each one of those is 4 pieces. Each one of those you have to make the cast, and they're a nightmare to fill. We needed 4 of those, so that took quite a while. Obviously, solid fuel boiler firebox, I think that was one of the easiest parts to make. Sturdy gearbox, all this copper, these internal mechanisms, all these parts. Mechanical boards, cylinders, etc., etc. Auto Workbench, and this is what we're going to have to make first. So this was 2 iron gears. Thankfully, we already had our clockwork engine. We're just going to use the one we already had. We had a couple of servo arms and stuff, but like this is some expensive stuff, and this thing needs creosote oil. But I think we're at least ready to start making the auto workbench. So if I put you in here, yeah, it's going to start working on it, but it needs power. It's draining extremely rapidly. So we're going to go down, and the little amount of coal coke we've got left at the moment, yeah, that'll do. Can I put you into blocks? I can. That is interesting. Don't know if it's any more efficient that way, but that's what we're going to do. And now that this thing's refilling with water, it should last a little bit longer without me having to worry about it exploding. Basically, if it runs out of fuel but it hasn't run out of water, then it shouldn't overheat and explode. That's what I'm hoping. But that's going to be our plan for, well, for later in the episode. We're going to try and sort out a fuel source for the railcraft boiler so that we can leave it running for longer periods of time and just get things crafted, because that's really the limiting factor right now. We're almost at the tech level we need to be to start doing some cool stuff. But if we can't just leave those machines running, we're not going to be able to do anything with them because they take forever. And I just want to show you, and I want to put this on camera because I seriously appreciate it. Grim was on last night, and I've been complaining about all the time I've been spending processing metal. I mean, like, because Grim has his single-player series, and I know he's done all this for himself in that series, and he's been on here working on Grimwood over there, so if you haven't seen that, I recommend going and checking it out. It's actually turning out really, really well, I think, anyway. And he's obviously been taking care of the farms, keeping us fed, you know, popping on every so often, harvesting things, getting the things stored in the cellar, and now he's moved all the farms over to not far from where our copper mine was right in the beginning, which we're going to have to visit again. And I think he's planning on moving all this stuff over there as well to give us some more space. So I appreciate that, but it's the metal processing that's been taking hours and hours and hours, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I'll have 2 days off work, and I'll spend almost the entire time just sitting in this base, refilling the bloomeries, processing the blooms once I got a stockpile of them, making a whole bunch of steel. But last night, Grim took it upon himself to go and do a bunch of mining, and he did this for us. So thank you so much. I really appreciate this. We were basically out of steel and iron. That's why I was having to get a little bit awkward with producing those gears over there. So this is going to make things so much easier. I'm going to need this for some of this for the project for today, just a little bit, not too much of it. It also means that we don't have to get too funny about tools. We we can both just make as many steel tools as we want. And it's a good head start towards us moving up to black steel and the colored steels. And Grim has also found us some porous silver. So that's going to be useful. I actually don't know if that's enough, but I don't care. I appreciate it anyway. And if it's not, I know where there's some granite. I can go get some more. Yeah, and just need to... copper situation's getting a little bit dire there as well. Need to sort that out. But yeah, I just wanted to show that on camera. I'm curious. I want to see how quickly this is actually processing. If it's quick, we'll stick around and we'll make the fabricator. Otherwise, we will go... Oh, it's not even heated up yet, has it? I kind of want to make sure this thing's going to work before we head off. Just hit 100 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick cut here. And when this fills up to steam, we're going to see what the kind of... how fast the progress bar is going on that Auto Workbench. Yeah, it's working away. I mean, the engine's barely started warming up yet. That's the other problem. When you turn them off, they take a while to warm up and actually produce the power they need. But... yeah, I think we're just going to have to leave this for a while and let it run. But while we're doing that, I figure we might as well get some of the seed oil we're going to need as well. Because we're going to need that to craft the actual Thermionic Fabricator. I've worked that out as 20 seeds. So grab some of the excess ones that we've got that Grim has had left over from all the farming. And that will need power as well. Yeah, there we go. So that'll just work away, and hopefully by the time we come back, this will be done. We'll have all the seed oil we need. This will at least have made some progress before all that fuel runs out. Who knows? And that it could just be that the chunks are going to get unloaded and nothing at all is going to happen. I'm still going to have to wait when we get back. But I want to get the stuff together, and I want to go over and show you what I've found. So bear with me, guys, and I'll cut back in a minute. Okay, I'm here in another roguelike dungeon. This is one that, well, it's sort of northeast of the base. It's not too far away, but explored this when I was trying to find bags. Never managed to find any, but it has a bunch of spawners in it, and so it has like Redcap Spawners and all that kind of stuff, and that's kind of what I was looking for. I was looking for a decent pair of Redcap Spawners to use as a coal farm, because all I could find in the roguelike next to our base was like single spawners that weren't too close enough together. So, you know, did a lot of exploring. There's actually a lot more of those in this dungeon than there were in the other ones. But while I was exploring, I also found this witch spawner. Okay, so that's how we get started. And then just over here, there is a redcap spawner. So I was going, all right, these are definitely close enough that we can make a redcap and witch spawner. And then run around here. We have another redcap spawner. Oh, yeah, I'm bleeding. I've been fighting things as we go here. And so I was looking at this on the map, dug the tunnel through. It's right next to this one. I'm pretty sure if we're standing about here, around where this middle spawner is, we are in range of all three of these. So this is what I'm going to try working on today. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to finish it, because it's going to be a lot of digging, and I haven't really been able to plan this out properly in creative, so we're going to have to kind of do it a little bit as we go. So if I have any problems, I'll try and show those on camera. But I also know how crazy dark these dungeons are on camera with the shaders on, so I don't want to have too much footage of me working around in the dark. But yeah, I'll talk through some of the problems when I get to that stage, but for now I just wanted to show you. Found these, and this is, I'm actually pretty excited to do this. If this works, we're going to have, like, so much coal. Unlimited glowstone, unlimited redstone, bottles for, like, potions and things. Yeah, it's going to be good. So I'm going to get started here. Got my pickaxes with me. I'm just going to use these to start breaking through. Oh man, that takes forever to break. That was supposed to be a quick, look what I'm going to do thing. Wow. Okay, yeah, this is going to take some time, so I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, there's a very real chance of this going horribly wrong, so I thought I'd better get it on camera. I've kind of dug out the space around and underneath some of the spawners. Obviously, I need to go down a lot further, and I need to figure out how to get the water streams working to push all the mobs together. I think I'm going to try and get them to push into this middle column, and then go off either that way or that way and lift them up and then drop them down to like a room that's going to be above here. So like I want I want to be standing above this middle spawner because it's roughly in the middle of those two other ones. That one over there is slightly closer than this one. So if I test this one, if I'm standing up here and mobs will still spawn from that witch spawner there, then I know that that one's okay as well. But of course, it's the more dangerous of the two spawners that we need to test. So I thought I would do that on camera. Let's go over here. Oh, I'm going to regret this. I am... okay. Going to do this and run, because I don't want them to spawn before I get up there either. Otherwise, it's not going to be a proper test. I've kind of made this too deep just to try and stop them getting out if the worst happens. So let's get over here. Do we have more? Yeah, we have more of these. Put that on the bar. Run, run, run. Okay, well, let's see if any more spawn. That's one. Please work. No, it's not looking promising. What if I go down one more layer? No, darn it. I don't think they're going to spawn from right here, and I can't really go much lower than this. So let's, we're over top of this spawner here. So if that was a little bit jumpy, I'm just going to, like, cut out the me waiting just to be sure parts. Let's see. So this isn't going to work. About this one. Because, like, I'm definitely close enough for that spawner to be functioning. And the problem is, because that witch is there, that's going to be affecting the quality of the test, because it's going to be reducing the spawn rates. But, I mean, more should be spawning. I think it's, like, 4 or 6 or something is the maximum number of mobs that can be in range of the spawner, or else it'll stop working. That's not working either. If we go closer... the spawn rates are going to be lower because there's still torches in there as well, so that doesn't help. This should be working. I'm not that far from that spawner. Okay, let's go and see if we can kill this witch. Okay, we've got 1300 health. Let's do this. Might as well grab that while we're here. I forgot ladders when I came, so that's a bit of a pain. In fact, let's get rid of these torches as well. Oh, it's going to get dark and I'm going to get murdered. Okay. Grab that torch. Alright, so this is definitely dark enough in here now. Yeah, there's one. Oh, great. Oh, these things are the worst. These cursing spirits are one of the reasons these are going to be a nightmare to farm, by the way. Let's go back up here. So this should be working, I hope. But yeah, while I'm waiting, let's do this test properly, right? Those cursing spirits spawn sometimes when the witches die, and it's not just when you kill them. It can happen when they fall to their deaths as well. So I can drop the witches to their death. It's the best way of doing it, because if they don't get fully killed by whatever it is you're using to kill the mobs, they will just regenerate health. They have, like, health potions and all that kind of stuff. So we need to basically at least contain them and have a way of clearing them out periodically. And also, on top of that, I'm trying to factor in the fact that these redcaps, they do not climb very well. Same with the witches, actually. You push them into a ladder, and they don't really climb it for some reason. Not as well as, like, those pigmen do, and I think it was because those pigmen are quite jumpy, so they're pushing each other up the ladder with the pigmen farm. The redcaps as well are a weird height. I think there's something like 1.5... maybe if we go down one more. They're like 1.5 blocks high, and so they don't deal with swimming upwards or water elevators, and they also don't climb ladders very well. So it actually took me a long time to figure out a way of moving these mobs upwards, but I'll be showing you my solution when we get to it. Why are you not spawning? There we go, they do. So they definitely spawn from here. Let's go back a little bit here. Clear that one out. Try one more. Oh, great. You're infernal. Ah! Okay, whew, that was not as bad as it could have been. Okay. Let's get over here. So we were, what, like there? I just want to wait and see what happens from this spot right here, because I would love to be able to just stand in the middle of this room. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to cut out a large part of that, because I just realized it's going to be pitch black. You're probably not going to be able to see anything. But long story short, from here, this block, it's a carpenter's block. I just put one of the ones with outline or whatever there. From here onwards, we're close enough for witches to spawn. So that puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks from this thing. In theory, this one should work as well, but I kind of feel obliged to test this just to make sure. Oh, yeah, of course you're spawned already. It's not bad. We need coal anyway, so it's going to be fine. Let's jump up here and see what happens. These guys don't scare me so much, although they do actually really, really hurt. Let's see if we get the little poof of the spawner working. I'm going to be really sad if there isn't a spot where we can do this. The reason I'm trying to do it above the spawner, and I wanted it to be like 4 or 5 blocks above, was that when we're collecting all the mobs together, I don't want them to be counting towards the limit for the spawners that we're using. And I'm worried that if we're close like this, it's going to cause problems. But I mean, I guess what I could do is just have them drop a little bit further away. If this is going to be a big room, we can just run over and kill them all. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Dang it, it doesn't look like this is going to work. Yeah, and there for that one. Okay. So, you know what? Let's put you here. This is for those red caps. Darn it. Okay. Okay. What if I make this the level of the roof? Then let's kill these guys and we'll test that. Kill you. Kill you. I'm going to leave that dark. And we're going to go back and do this again. Break these. I can replace those pretty easily, so let's put that down. Well, I guess it's going to take forever for them to spawn, isn't it, if I don't take this thing out. Let's do that. Oh, dang it, already. There we go, so that's that guy. All this good loot we're missing out on. I just have no inventory space. So if I stand here... Okay, we're definitely getting red caps from here. In fact, let's kill these and just double check so I wasn't looking that direction. Yeah, more just spawned. Okay, come on. Yep, so that guy cleared. Jump up here. Let's go over to like here. Yeah, that worked. Is that gonna work? This is important testing. We need to know this before we spend ages building the stinking thing. Doesn't look like that one is going to spawn anything, does it? What about this one? Yeah, now we can see it spitting and it's gonna work, I think. I think it is, anyway. So if I kill these guys, and we'll try that one instead. Oh my goodness! So many mobs. It's fine, we need coal. We need coal. Having a bit of light there is going to slow it down a little bit, so that's good. I just want them to spawn. I don't want millions of them just yet. So, on this block... Okay, so we've definitely got witches there. That's good. Oh, and they're escaping. They're escaping. Ah! No! No! Okay. Ah, wrong thing. Oh. Okay, yeah, for real this time. Long story short, managed to get all my stuff back. Stinking things. My chest plate is broken, so we are hurting. I'm just gonna call it like this for now, and we're gonna do some more testing once the thing is built. It looks like we're gonna have to make a choice when we're in here, whether we want double coal or or coal and witches, but that's okay. I mean, it's a dual purpose spawner, and it might even be possible to stand in the middle here and get them both to spawn. I'm not entirely sure. But this will be almost as good as I thought it was going to be. We have our level chosen for farming these things. I think I'm pretty happy with this, and I'm sick of getting attacked and murdered. So we need to get back to the base. We're out of water anyway. All the torches are starting to go out because I've been here for so long, and I also need to get stuff like the liquid drainer so I can start messing around with these water flows. So that's what we're going to do next episode, is we're going to start off here and we're going to try and finish this mob farm. But for now, I want to get home and see if we can finish off that Thermionic Fabricator, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, well, good news, bad news. The good news is that our Auto Workbench is finished, so that's great. We've got this thing. The bad news is that it also went through all of our coal coke and like nearly 3 stacks of charcoal to do that, so it's probably... I probably overfilled it. Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm not really sure because we weren't here while it was happening. But it does seem like it was working even while the chunks weren't loaded. I mean, I was here briefly when I died, so I respawned and I just ran straight back. I didn't actually check anything, so I should have done that to see whether it was still running. But I've just refilled it with a whole bunch more charcoal. I've been processing some of the coal that we got while we were getting murdered, trying to design that spawner. So I'll let that keep going, and I'm hoping we're going to have enough steam or enough fuel left to finish making the next step of this. I used some of the wax we're getting from these centrifuges to make some of these wax capsules, and I took the seed oil out of here, because we're going to need that to create the actual Thermionic Fabricator. So 1, 2, uses up the capsules apparently, but that doesn't matter. We can basically make an unlimited supply of these now. We've got our seed oil, so let's figure this out. We need to put, let's clear this out. We need you in the top. We want gears in each corner and those there. So you, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm gonna guess that goes there, and then if we put this thing in, no. Oh yes it is, yeah that's it, Thermionic Fabricator. So I'm gonna have to let this work for a while. Again, I'm not gonna make you sit and watch while I wait for it. It's gonna be a little bit painful, but hopefully when that's done we can cut back in. And I think actually I'm gonna move this thing. If we need to, we can swap the machines out. But yeah, definitely need to do something about this power situation. So next episode is going to be all about getting that mob farm finished so we can start stockpiling an absolute ton of coal, and I can just produce a massive backlog of coal coke. I want to get that done because this power generation is going to be like a keystone of our industry here. And then I want to start getting into bees, so we can start moving towards getting slime produced, because we're going to need that for producing machines. And also, I think I'm going to do some work on upgrading our power generation. And hopefully you'll see what I mean when I've come to terms with what it's going to cost to produce that. But we're going to be able to get pipes going as well, and that's going to be really important and kind of essential for everything we do. We've got these kind of fluid pipes. I mean, they might actually... I thought they were steam pipes, but if they're fluid pipes, maybe we can actually use these for what I had in mind as well. I'll do a bit of testing. But for now, I'm going to cut, and I will come back in eventually when this thing's finished producing, and we can officially say that we've got our Thermionic Fabricator this episode. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. And we finally have our Thermionic Fabricator. Yes! Oh man, that was a bit of a pain to get, but we've got it. That's going to be really, really important. Alright, thanks very much for watching, guys. In fact, I better run down and try and preserve what little fuel we have left. Do I want to know? Stack of charcoal left. Yeah, I've gone through all of that coal coke as well. But yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.